Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Moving Markets Podcast. It is Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. U.S. stock market has been open for 2.5 hours right now. It's 10 o'clock Mountain Time. I am back in Mountain Time Zone for the rest of the week and for the foreseeable future. Might next week make a trip down to my home in southern Utah, but that normally doesn't change my schedule on how I do things in any way. I'll let you know if for any reason it does, but plan on having a very normal schedule the rest of this week and all of next week. Here we are 2.5 hours into the markets trading, and we've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 170, the S&P up 4.2, pretty flat on the S&P. NASDAQ up about 90. All of the indexes have been up higher today. They've all been trading a little bit higher. The Dow, I think, opened up a little bit stronger than this. Bounced around a little bit, opened up pretty strong, 200 and some odd points, came down a little bit, had another spike back up, kind of down, back on the move to the upside just a little bit. I don't expect anything to finish today way off of where it's at right now. I mean, obviously it could, but I don't expect it to finish a lot farther from where it's at right now today. Up or down a little bit, unless something happens that really creates a super strong rally or super strong sell-off. And those are the kind of things that could happen anytime. You never know. There are some things in the market that are very, very unpredictable, and we just don't know for sure. There's not a lot of brand new news items that are pushing things. I think a little bit of concern about Amazon layoffs, and there's another. There was an article from what's her name has the ARK hedge fund. I'm forgetting her name right now. Here she is, Cathie Wood. I don't know why I was blanking on Cathie Wood's name because I'm very familiar with her. She think these job cuts at Amazon are largely due to AI, and it's displacing a lot of corporate management. I going back decades ago, I have often thought that one of the biggest mistakes that corporations of multiple different sizes, but especially large corporations, one of the biggest mistakes they make is they get very top heavy. They overload on middle management positions. There's enough money that everybody that has an executive title, everyone who's a C-suite executive, wants to run multiple departments, and then those department heads want to do multiple projects and do multiple things. And a lot of times there's work being delegated that the people just above are very capable of doing. It's just that there's enough budget, there's enough money that they go ahead and hire other people to do those things for them. And every company goes through these phases where they reach a point of the maximum return they can get based on their hiring, and sometimes they overdo it a little bit. And I think that's I think Amazon is feeling that a little bit, but AI is compounding it, because now those individuals who are in those higher level positions and say, well, I had to have this person working under me and this person working under me and this person working under me because I couldn't do all this. Now they're saying, wow, AI takes care of a lot of that, and now I can do a lot more and still not feel like I'm taking on too much or having to be in too many different places at one time. And so AI is going to change things, and that's kind of what this Cathie Wood article was, the second or third lead article this morning around the time the market was opening. It's moved down a little bit, but it was the lead article early on.
This conference will now be recorded.
But yeah, some other headlines have taken the place of this one, but it might be holding things in check just a little bit. This is kind of interesting because I have in my portfolio some shares of Palo Alto Network, both from a owning share standpoint as well as a spread trade that I have on them. We've sent out spread trades on Palo Alto Networks a couple of times as a company. Palo Alto, I think they report middle of November. We're probably going to get into another Palo Alto Network trade when they get a little bit closer to earnings. Whoops, it says I was timed out for too long. So I want to say the 20th. Yeah, November 20th. There we go. Thursday, November 20th, after the market closes, we'll most definitely get into another Palo Alto Network trade. In the meantime, we opened a new trade on SPY, and my trade did fill. I had to adjust the limit order from where it was on the newsletter. I had to go up to $9.10 on it. It's a little bit trading a little bit higher than that right now. But this I expect to be a longer term trade, as in probably will be in it till the end of the year. With options, I chose long options, the bull call calendar. I chose long options that expire in February. So ideally, unless the S&P is up so dramatically that those February long calls are really deep in the money and the intrinsic value on them is well over what we paid for them, unless we have that scenario, we'll try and make money by a combination of the S&P continuing to move up, continuing this nice steady bullish run towards the end of the year, and then several rolls of short calls out and up, out and up. We started with November. We'll probably roll to December, maybe even roll to January, each time going incrementally up. And that's if the stock continues on this bullish trend. So I expect to be in this trade a little bit longer. I did not set a target limit order, because I don't really have one in mind. I think we might be in this trade a little bit longer, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. So that's where we're at with our new trade. Most of us are out of Apple. If you're not out of Apple already, I recommend you do that. I got a little over 15% on Apple, got close to 17% on Apple. We're out of this DIA trade, and I forgot to, I need to show that one as being closed. This one is closed. We had that Amazon trade from last week that closed very quickly. Wow, we had a good run on Amazon. We still have our Palantir trade, and we still have our NVIDIA trade. I think I am really, really close to exiting the NVIDIA trade. I kind of feel like prior to the next earnings, we should sort of book that profit. NVIDIA's up here. It went up today and almost touched its all-time high. If it finishes with a good, strong day today, I would say anything above 394, like right now, 390, 393.83, you can see it. I would say anything above, I'm saying 393, 193, sorry. Anything above 193, 194, we've got so much profit in this trade right now. I would hate to see it turn for any reason, and us find ourselves with not as much profit as we have right now. The profit we have right now is absolutely phenomenal. So I think it's a situation where we probably want to take that and book it and literally put it on the books and have it confirmed book profit. So look for today, maybe tomorrow. Probably we're going to exit NVIDIA, and then Palantir. We've got some good profit in this Palantir trade. They report next week on the 3rd. I think we got to be out of Palantir this week. So probably these two really good trades that we have, Palantir showing a really nice profit, and it's not coming up on here. NVIDIA showing a really nice profit. I think realistically, we probably need to exit both of those and be done with them. I just think that would be the wise thing to do. So we'll end up maybe with only the one trade on with the SPY. And that means that at the beginning of next week, maybe we put on 2 or 3 trades. I like, in my spread trade portfolio, I like to have 3-4 open trades at a time typically. So good chance we'll do something like that. I think it was Thursday or Friday last week I got out of that trade. Some of you got out yesterday, but we're out of Apple, and I'm out of the DIA trade as well. If you're not out already, take the profit you have and jump out. That one was also, I believe, a Friday exit last week, maybe Thursday. But anyway, we're out of DIA and Apple, and I'll make sure these spreadsheets are reflected of the accurate exit price. On the triple play side of things, We've got this new trade we open. I don't even have it in here yet. The only trade that filled for us was Boeing. The others did not fill. I'm dead flat even in Boeing right now. Maybe even you, if you haven't gotten into Boeing yet on the triple play side, maybe take a look at getting into it still. I think you could get a fill price a little bit better than what we got when we opened the trade. And then I am looking to add a couple of in the money bull call spreads. I was looking at one on IBM earlier and I really liked it, but then before I could send it out, IBM jumped a little bit. IBM is down a little bit, or at least it was. Let me see where it's at right now. No, IBM is actually, it looks like they're up a little bit. They were down earlier, and I was looking at a 295 300 in the money bull call that was only costing about $4.05, $4.10. I thought that'd be great for just what would essentially be a 3-day trade till the end of the week. But I was looking when they were down here around, close to 310 and some change, and they've gone up considerably from that. So probably I'm not going to find that same value in that trade that I was looking at earlier. I show the same one I was looking at right now. Mid price is 433. I got to tell you, 433. If you got a 67%, if you got a 67 cent per share credit against a 433 debit, you'd still be at a 15% return in just a week. I think what I'm going to do is look at this and see if there's a possibility I could get into it for maybe 425. This is this coming expiration, the 31st, the 295 long call, the 300 short call. And I think I'm going to make an attempt to get into that. Right now, the mid price is 430. I'm going to try it at 425, and I'll put that out on Discord. Just the second I'm done here, I'll throw that out on Discord. I'm just putting my order in right now as I speak. Oh, and the second I entered the order, the mid price jumped to 460. Look, this one's a long shot, but I may send it out anyway. Or if you hear this, you can give it a try. I may come up with another one or two in the money bull calls that we could put on this week, either for Friday's expiration or for next week, Friday's expiration. So I'm going to wrap it up right there. I'm going to give a whole bunch of updates on collar trades tomorrow, a lot of collar trade updates. We're going to send out some adjustments tonight. We've got several earnings coming up with collar trades and a little bit of adjusting that needs to be done. I'm going to work on that this afternoon and this evening, send all of that out, and we'll talk a lot more about collar trades tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap it up right there. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll be back with a podcast recording tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.